Good morning. May peace be upon you. This, in fact, is the last of the series on educational learning theories, because the purpose of learning these theories was to explain how the students learn. For that, we have to derive principles from these educational theories, because if we know the principles and may not know the theories, still the application of theories is with us. Let me give you some examples of principles. Promote active participation and engagement. Obviously, when students are going to actively participate and engage themselves in a learning experience, they are going to learn. Learning occurs through interaction of the learner with the environment, context, and with others. This is an important principle. Learning and teaching should be related to real life problems, because we are making doctors to deal with problems which are not hypothetical, they are real. Building on past experiences and knowledge is critical to learning. Values, attitudes, and beliefs, they influence learning. Develop self-regulated and reflective learners, or developing self-regulated and reflective learners. Deliberate practice, reflection, and feedback on performance are essential for learning. Feedback on behavior is important to improve motivation, to enhance motivation. Learning can be programmed in response to a particular set of stimuli. Feedback is important to correct mental schema. Strong guidance and instructions are essential, especially for novices. The problem is, we can remember the crux of these principles in principles which could be few words to remember them. In the subsequent slides, I am going to show you those principles which I have derived, and I call them few word principles. So few word principles of teaching and learning based on behaviorist orientation or approach, which is behaviorism. Let me revise for you. Behaviorism says that learning manifests as a result of the interplay between stimulus and the response, which is shown by the students. Learning can be modified or learned based on stimulus and a response. So therefore, few words principles on behaviorism which are important could be: teach and learn with a smile, with a nod of encouragement. That will help in learning. Try it in your classes. Now, few words principles based on cognitivist orientation approach, cognitivism. You see, cognitivism says this thing: learning occurs when taught and learned according to how information is organized and stored in the memory system of a human mind. So few word principles could be: teach and learn with gain attention, maintain attention, slow pace, repetition, relevance. So if you're teaching or someone learning with a gain attention while maintaining attention, and then a slow pace by repeating the information, and information being linked with relevance, it's going to learn. So just remember, teach and learn with gain attention, maintain attention, slow pace, repetition, relevance. Then coming to few words principles based on constructivist orientation approach, which is constructivism. Constructivism tells us learning occurs when one constructs new knowledge on the basis of previous knowledge through own experience. So therefore, principle is teach and learn by doing, by thinking. So teaching and learning should be actively based and reflection based. So whenever we are teaching the student, involve them in doing something, provide them an time period or processes that they can reflect and think on what they are learning. The principles, again, few word principles based on social learning orientation approach is social learning theory. And social learning theory says learning occurs through active co-participation among the students or among the people who are learning, which may include the teacher also. So teach and learn in a group, by the group, for the group. Few words principles derived from social learning orientation. Lastly, few word principles from humanistic learning orientation approach, which is the humanistic learning theory. It tells us this thing, learning occurs when students' needs are met. And not only this, learning occurs to meet the needs of the student. Isn't it? So therefore, learning will not occur if the students do not have adequate sleep, they do not have food, they are not full, they are feeling thirsty, or the environment is such that the temperature is high or low, there is a lot of sound around, one is not going to learn. So teach and learn without thirst and hunger, without lack of sleep, in comfortable environment, and with the purpose to rise and shine with full potential that is in the students. I hope you're going to enjoy this. Just remember principles in few words, easy to memorize, and keep in mind, use simple words and principles. You can form your own from the list. Keep them stored in your memory so that they may come out spontaneously when you're teaching without thinking. And in this way, the teaching and learning would be promoted. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And with that, we finish 6 lessons related to educational learning theories. Have a good day. Continue smiling.